All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all praise and glory to you. How about Shemar Rashad, by Shemar Kakwadash, Demon to the Apostle of this great millstone, and Shalom to all that come out to pushing the word of sincerity and in truth. Yeah, I just want to do a lesson going into trusting in the Lord through your distress. You know, you just had the storm that took place. And mainly hit in Florida, certain places in Florida, in South Georgia also. The death toll was 42 as of right now, 42 dead. A lot of damage that took place throughout these different cities. I could read the bulletin points on this, and I'm gonna jump into the spirit, of course, get into some scriptures, because events like this catastrophic, and this isn't even to a super extreme magnitude, but they're gonna take place in a more frequent way. These cities and these states and these counties are going to get hit up to the point where they're not even going to have emergency relief. They're going to, just like how Hurricane Katrina was, where, Jake was catching an immense amount of hell. They was pretty much scrambling to sustain being at the house, top of rooftops and stuff like that. Water just submerging cars, pretty much the whole city as you see it. And only a few things is accessible, so to speak. This thing is going to take place on a higher frequency. Wildfires, earthquakes, all the things that's written in Matthew the 24th chapter and Luke the 21st chapter. But when these things do take place, the point of this lesson is when these things occur, it shouldn't trigger the response of fear. It should trigger faith. The default mentality of mass majority of people is predicated upon when hell comes to be extremely afraid, panic. You have, of course, what's the fight or flight response. When really you should be trusting in Yahweh Shema Shah. But I'm going to read a little bit into this and I'm going to get into some scriptures. It says what we know about Helen. Helen has weakened to a tropical depression and is moving north across the southeast, bringing strong winds and heavy rain in what the National Hurricane Center called life-threatening conditions. At least 42 deaths across the southeast have been reported as the result of the storm. At 5 p.m. Eastern ET, the storm was about 50 miles south-southeast of Louisville and moving north-northwest at 17 miles per hour. The storm made landfall in Florida's Big Bend region as a Category 4, which is pretty devastating. Last night at 11:10, emergency services are rescuing people trapped by fast-rising waters. More than 4 million people are without power across Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, amid fears that outages could last weeks. So, this isn't the end of this situation, and it's gonna, like I said, as time progresses, we notice, as the scripture says, shall be like a woman in travail. As a woman progressively gets closer and closer to giving birth, within that space of 9 months, she has to go through those labor pains, And Yahweh shall liken that unto these times and the times coming unto his return. In the coming of the Son of Man, the time coming, more hell will come at a higher frequency. But when these things take place, we know that the Lord has us. That's the trusting of it. That's faith, But this is 2 Corinthians 11 and 31, because there's an innumerable amount of examples that you can read within the scriptures of men that were in the midst of hard times, very, very difficult situations, and the Lord got them out of it. So these things will take place now. The elect, like Yahweh Shah said, them that's pretty much in my hand, no man can pluck them out. So this is 2 Corinthians 11 and 30. 32. In Damascus, the governor under Aretas, the king, kept the city of Damascus with a garrison, desirous to apprehend me. And through a window in a basket was I let down by the wall and escaped to the sands. Yeah, and you can read that even in the time of Joshua, where you had the spies that spied out the land of Jericho. They would have got caught up, but you had the Rahab, the harlot, that was instrumental in delivering them. And the Most High even they got promised deliverance, and she actually dwelled in the land of Israel, which we know Rahab being a heathen. But the fact of the matter is, through the Spirit, Paul was delivered. You see all these disciples and these prophets. Daniel, prime example. He went through a lot of hell. Joseph, prime example. Moses, some men was in captivity. Some men went from high to low. From low to high, locked up. But through all, the Most High still made a way to escape. So even in today's time, the Lord is not going to put on us more than we could bear. Even if you some brothers have shown clips and images of the aftermath of their cities, their residences and stuff like that, and it's been hit up, but not too destruct, not fully compromised, so to speak. But that's the fact of the matter. Like, these things are gonna come, but they're not gonna totally knock us off of our and even if you might lose a couple materials, some resources, at the end of the day the Lord still protected you. Psalms 34:7 speaks about how an angel of the Lord, let me go ahead, I'm just gonna close with that, because we have holy angels protecting us. There's plenty of testimonies and dialogues the brothers have had with one another, speaking in regards to, really the Spirit of the Lord delivering them out of that. And it should have been a life-threatening situation or something. They should have at least been admitted into the hospital or something of that nature. But we know, that the Spirit of the Lord is working with us if we trust in Him and have faith that He would deliver us. This is Psalms 34:7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear Him and delivered them. All right. Verse 17. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. Yeah, not some of the troubles. The Lord is going to get us out of all of our distresses. Verse 19. Or I'll just go to 18. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. And that's why we have to be contrite and humble in this thing, knowing that we can't get ourselves out of this situation, but the Most High is the one that brings judgment and evil, and He will bring good, and He'll bring deliverance. Even in the time of Jacob's trouble, when everything is said and done and those missiles are let off, when judgment is taking place on the left, righteous judgment will be exacted on the right also. So many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. Like it tells you in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, has any trust in the Lord was confounded? And the answer is no. Verse 20, He keepeth all His bones, not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. The Lord redeemeth the soul of His servants, and none of them that trust in Him shall be desolate. So like I said, I just want to speak on that. It's going to get more disastrous. There's going to be more distress, more hell, more turmoil. But guess what? As we know, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. So we have the name of the game is to endure. So anybody giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema Rashai, by Shema Kakodash, double honor to the apostle, great millstone. Shalom Akim.